Hey guys, it's Mandy Mays. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I've did a video, but here I am. I'm just gonna get this started. If you're new to my channel, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I am going on an interview. Gosh, I know I probably said this in the video before, but you're like, oh my gosh, you change your jobs like you change your underwear. Yeah, I know. It's just stay-at-home jobs are very scarce, and they're temporary now. No one wants to hire permanent, so I'm on the lam again looking for work. So I have an interview, and that's what I am doing right now, is prepping my face. It's just gonna be really light this time, and I don't know if it's a hack or whatever, but it's my hack, and it's what works for me, and I really like it since I've done it. It's so much faster and easier. So yeah, I am just putting on, sorry, I am like using my more lotion everywhere. I am using my camera to put on my face because like on a time crunch. So yeah, but yeah, so what's new, guys? What's new with me is I got puppies. Well, you know, I'm not sure if I talked about the litter. Sorry guys, I got like something. Okay, piece of fuzz. Ew. Anyways, I had a litter of puppies that I was given to. Well, not necessarily, well, yeah, I paid for one and got a whole freaking litter because they're a piece of shits and didn't want to take care of them. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, I did that. So I got that, and yeah, it's just been one shit show after another. Okay, so I am just gonna keep talking and putting on my face. I do have a mirror right here too, so okay. Guess I will use that towel because I'm like really blind and I can't even really see unless like I'm like, yeah, and I don't want you guys to all see my imperfections because right now I have no idea why I break out. Like, my skin is so sensitive it cannot be touched. Like, I swear to you, this morning my face was clear. Go figure. It was completely clear. But once it gets touched, I don't know. It's like it's allergic to my hands or something. I don't know. But anyways, back to the story. So yeah, I got 6 puppies. We found them all good homes. So we found them all good homes and stuff. And we kept 2. Gosh, I don't know why we did. Stupid. Yeah, one is pretty much trained. Like, they're about 4 months, 5 months almost. They're like part husky. They're mutts. So, but they're like about 70% husky. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, they are partly trained, and it's been the other one is not. She was like pretty much almost trained, and then all of a sudden I have no idea what happened to her, but she just shits and pisses in her cage, like, because we crate train them, and she just pisses and shits in her cage, and she does not want to learn. Like, we even went and treated her like a toddler, trying to train her like that. Like, if you're training a human, getting up like every 3 hours, like literally putting on alarms on our phones and taking turns to get up with her to make sure she doesn't mess up, and she just keeps doing it, and she does it like right in front of us. It's like she's like deliberately like doing it like on purpose or something. Like, I have no idea what's wrong with that dog. But okay, so I'm like actually I actually did like that hack, but it's not fully that hack. I still use like some of that hack. Oh yeah, I did my nails myself. They're my Easter nails. I did the crosses, and they are longer than, yeah, my husband's like, okay. He's like, are you gonna cut them down? I'm like, no, and kind of regret him cutting not cutting them down, because like they're hard to type with. I mean, I can still type, but they're just hard to type with, and but not hard to like maneuver like I thought it would be. But yeah. So yeah, not hard like I thought it would be. So, but yeah. But anyways, yeah. So like I kept some of the hacks. Like I did like the setting powder. Like I put the moisturizer and my primer and my setting powder, and then I'm doing the setting spray. And then instead of using foundation, I just bought like 2 more of these because I love these. This is almost like, I know it's like an eye concealer, but I kid you not, it's like it's amazing. It covers like all my redness, and like it's amazing. Like I literally use it as foundation. I kid you not. I literally use it as foundation, and I'm running low on it, which that's fine because I just bought 2 new tubes, but I'm trying to like use it until like there's none left, because I don't like to waste anything. So yeah, I'm just I just put it all over where redness or blotchiness, wherever you see redness or any breakouts or anything like that, I just put it all up in there. This is almost gone pretty much, but like I said, I love it. Sorry, my nose itched. Wasn't picking my nose and it itched inside. But yeah, it's pretty much almost gone. See, but I got like 2 brand new ones. But I'm just using it until like it's like where I can't even get nothing out of it. So yeah. And then I like to brighten my eyes, so I just use my CoverGirl. Is it CoverGirl? No, it's Super Stay Maybelline 24 Activewear. So I just use that, and I use that only on the corner of my eyes. Just gives me like a natural lift, and yeah. Okay. And then I go to town. So this is what I do first. Just basically do my eyes. Ugh, I forgot I usually wet this. I usually wet it. My lips are chapped. I try to exfoliate them in the shower this morning. Yeah. I usually put on chapstick like every single day and before I go to bed, but last night I was like so tired. I even went to bed without brushing my teeth. I know, gross. And I'll show you why this concealer is like the bomb to use. Because it's like literally like a foundation, and I use like medium, and it has like illuminating under eye concealer, and it has like, it's with vitamin C. Like I said, it's supposed to be for, I should probably get a lighter one too for like the inner corner, like when I do my corners, but oh well. But yeah. Almost forgot I had it on my forehead. I mean, it's still there, but so see, it's, I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, so that is done, and then after that I go in, I go in back in with my, this is like my Maybelline Fit Me 220 Natural Beige. I go back in with my powder. Oh gosh, sun my eye. And everywhere I put concealer, I'm just setting with this powder. And gives it more coverage also. Gives it more coverage, and yeah. And when you go on an interview, you want to make it more natural. I know some interviews I've like went like full blown makeup, and I mean that's okay, but I guess it just depends what job you're like interviewing for, and yeah. So, you don't want to overdo it. I swear, my lips are horrible. So disgusting. I need to like make a lip scrub. Okay. So that is that. I mean, sometimes I could just go like that, but I like to add a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna actually do, like, since I'm going dark, I'm gonna use, instead of like pink cheeks, I'm gonna do like almost like a peachy nude blush. So that is done. And this is my brush. Okay, so that is set. Now it's just the brows. See, I'm like almost pretty much done with my makeup. All I have is brows and lashes and a little bit of highlight. You don't really want to do a highlight for an interview. I guess that just depends on what you're... Okay, where is my... Sometimes it's hard to like grasp like a hair in my nose or something. I feel like that's the only thing about long nails is I can't pick up certain stuff. Okay. So yeah, all I have is lashes, eyebrows, and lashes. Better not be running out. Oh gosh. Oh. Ooh. Look. And I mean, I know I didn't just buy this, but I don't freaking have more makeup in a while. It's been quite some time. Just plucked my brows yesterday because my gosh, they were getting a little bit on the caveman caterpillar side. What I mean. Last time I went out to dinner with my husband, and I kid you not, I did my lashes, my freaking eyebrows like freaking good. I don't even know how I did them. It's so freaking good. I was like so excited. Like, oh my gosh, I did them so good. They were like perfect. So, fingers crossed I can get them like that again. I made them like really, really natural and like perfect. See if I can get that back. Almost. I'll fix it. I'll clean it all up. Clean it. I really thought I was going to be permanent at this job, but they just weren't paying me nothing. Like, I haven't made that less since I was a teenager. Thank God I have a wonderful husband that has a really good job. But I like to make my own money and I like to contribute. We do 50-50 with the bills and okay. They'll look a lot better once I clean them up and make them crisp. Just kidding. Probably just gonna straighten my hair too. I'm not gonna curl it. Plus my husband says that, I mean, he likes me either way, but he loves me with straight hair. So like, okay. It just is. Sorry about that. Are you serious? Fucking idiots. Excuse my language. Gosh. Like, people are so freaking stupid, I swear. It's so irritating. It's like, was that necessary? Honestly? Like, that was not necessary. People are so stupid, just trying to show off. Freaking morons. I remember one time, like, I was like super young, like in my 20s, and this guy pulled up along beside me and tries to impress me, and revs his engine and everything, and like, I think I don't know if he thought he could race me or whatever. I don't know what kind of car I had at the time, but yeah, like, tried to like race me. And I think I had my G6 when I first got my G6, and that was back in 2012, 11, somewhere around there. I don't know, but yeah. And once the light turned green, his car died out. I was like, what a loser. Oh my god, loser. That is freaking hilarious, because, like, and I don't even know if he was cute, because, like, I wasn't even, like, looking or checking him out or anything like that. Like, I was just pretty occupied with something else, but, yeah, I mean, he, like, I was like, really, dude? He felt, like, so embarrassed and, started his car again and then drove off, like, so fast. Didn't even look at me because he was, like, so embarrassed. I was like, yeah, dude, I'd do the same thing if I were you. It was freaking hilarious. Hilarious. Like, trying to literally impress a girl, and that happens. It's like, yeah. It was hilarious. Alright, now I'm just blending it in. amazing what makeup can do, honestly. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Probably like some work pants. Like I have all kinds of good pants from working at the surgery center, so a lot of business casual, so probably that and like a suit jacket. Like just casual. Okay. Alright. This is where the magic begins. Just kidding. I started watching Married at First Sight again. And I already finished the first season, but oh my gosh, that freaking show is hilarious. Like, it's crazy. But honestly, if I was single and single and never had kids, never got married or anything like that, I think I would go on that show. I think I would do something like that. See if like they could find me a match. But I doubt it, because like I'm one of a kind. Like I tell my husband, like, I'm like, you know what? You are like amazing to put up with someone like me, because that's why like my longest relationship and marriage, well, actually just marriages, because all my relationships were like when I was a teenager, and like I don't really count them because, let's just say I was a teenager, you know? Again, don't matter, you're a teenager. But anyways, so yeah, my both marriages lasted, no lie, 6 years. That's my longest relationship. Even as a teenager, I like literally, and it's probably even shorter when I was a teenager, like either months or maybe like 2 years at the most. But yeah, as an adult and being married, yeah, to my first husband was 6 years. My first ex-husband was 6 years. And then my second ex-husband was 6 years also. And me and my current husband, my hubby, we have been together 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. So we've been together for 6 years and been married for 5 years. So this year will be 7 years. So I told my husband, oh my gosh, I'm like, you will be my longest relationship. And we still have to pass the 6-year mark on our marriage, but hopefully we're gonna pass the 6-year mark on just being together. So yeah, hopefully we'll do that. So yeah, so hopefully we'll do that. I have faith in us. I love him. I know he drives me crazy, and I probably drive him crazy too. But I mean, we're so opposite attract, but it works for us, and we love each other, and it's just, yeah, like, I honestly think he's like my first love. I know he's my first love because, I never really got into detail with this. I might as well, since I'm like just doing my thing. And I'm not gonna put any highlighter, but I am gonna put it on my my brow and a little bit just on my eyelid. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, because my serious boyfriend, first boyfriend, his name was Rudy, and it was nothing. I mean, we were teenagers, literally, like nothing. Like we weren't. I thought I was in love, but it wasn't. It was. I wouldn't even call it puppy love. Like I don't even know. Just stupid. Let's just say that. And then I guess the first real one. I won't say his name because he's just not even. I don't even want to. But anyways, he was like on and off for like since like 8th grade all the way to like I was 18. But he did drugs and abusive and everything, so I broke it off. And I met my boys' dad, my first husband, when I was 18, and so I pretty much left my ex for my first ex-husband, and sorry, I'm like getting distracted. So yeah, I left my first husband, or I left my ex-boyfriend for my first ex-husband, and I mean, I can't say I regret it. I regret it because then I wouldn't have my boys. So, but everything happens for a reason. But we got married like at 18, and I got pregnant at 18, pretty much right after we got married, and I had my son at 19. So I was a young mom, and I pretty much had a baby for like every freaking birthday till I was like 25 or something like that. Yeah, pretty much every birthday. But I had like miscarriages and stillborns, and yeah, so. But yeah, so yeah, I had that. But onto being in love, I only married my first ex-husband because I'm from like, my dad used to be a pastor, my uncle was a pastor, but he passed away. Rest in peace. Love you, Uncle Sal. But yeah, he so I pretty much grew up in church like all my life, and I was told, no sex before marriage, and don't live with a guy, blah blah blah, this and that. And so I wanted to get out of my dad's freaky house rules because so I want to get out of his house, so I married the first freaking guy, idiot. So yeah, I married at 18 and stood with him for 6 helpful years, and we had kids together. We had 4 kids, 3 boys, and we had 4 boys, but our third one was a stillborn. But yeah, we had that, and it just didn't work out. He was in and out of jail most of our marriage, and he cheated, and I didn't love him. I didn't love him. I married him for the all wrong reasons. I married him to get out of my dad's house and because I didn't want to live in sin. And so I didn't love him. Like I said, we were separated most of the time, so it's just, yeah. So I didn't love him. And then he eventually left me. I couldn't get myself to leave because I didn't want a broken family like my mom and dad, and I stood for the kids. Never do that. Don't stay for the kids, because all it does is fuck up your kids and you too. So yeah, I should have left a long time ago, but he left, so thank God. And pretty much right after he left, I honestly think I thought he left me for somebody else, but she, rest in peace, she passed away. But she says that he didn't, that they weren't together at the time, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, so after that, like after he left, I pretty much freaking met I met my second ex-husband, which that was like, oh my gosh, a nightmare. I don't even want to talk about it. But my second husband, I didn't even love. You know, I think I try to make myself feel like I loved him, so like, because I married him or whatever. But like, I mean, gosh, we had like a stupid little park wedding or whatever, and as I was walking down the aisle, my dad was walking me down like the little whatever flower aisle. I was like my dad was like telling me, he's like, if you change your mind, you know, we could go this way, let's just run. And I honestly like wanted to. I mean, I should have, but yeah. So yeah, I married him basically not like a rebound, but just more like I didn't want to live in sin, and for some reason I was like only 24 back then, and I'm like, oh, I'm too old. I don't want to date anymore. It's so stupid. Why would I think like that? I was 24 years old. Like, why? Why would you think like that? It's stupid. But anyways, so that's why I married him, because I guess I didn't want to be alone, and I just like I just didn't want to live in sin. And yeah, so I married him. Like, gosh, like we were not even together for a year, and we got married, and it was just in 6 another helpful years. I mean, he was abusive, alcoholic, gambled a lot, never worked. He was a mama's boy. Never marry a mama's boy. And we had a lot of issues. I don't really want to talk about that or about our life or anything like that, but let's just say that I'm the one that left him and I found my husband. But backstory, me and my husband have been with each other way before. Okay, you're probably gonna think I'm a bad person, but I met my husband off MySpace. My husband now. I met my husband off MySpace like about, let's see, my second son is, how old was my second son? 17. So yeah, he's 7. Yeah, he just turned 17. Yeah. So yeah, and hold on, let me just see what time it is, because I'm like, okay, it's 11. We're cool. So anyways, so yeah, I met my husband off MySpace, and so I've never cheated, and I found out my first ex-husband was cheating on me. Like, I literally set him up. Like, he was on Moco's face, and I set him up. I pretended to be somebody else, and he propositioned me. Like, I didn't even have a picture or anything like that, but I messaged him, and he like propositioned me to like hook up, and I couldn't play along anymore. I was just like, you fucking idiot, it's me. And he was like, oh, it was you, blah blah, trying to play it off and stuff. And he just like kept cheating on me, and like there was just no intimacy involved. We were just it was just, we're just legally married. That was it. We didn't even really live with each other. Like, he would come home sometimes, and yeah. But anyways, so yeah, he cheated on me, and I finally got tired of being housewife and being loyal and everything. And I know it sounds bad, but I got tired of being lonely. So I got on MySpace and I found my husband, and I didn't want like a hookup. I just wanted someone to be there for me, but in reality, we were friends with benefits, but more than friends, because he introduced me, I think, to his friends and stuff, and we just had like so much passion for each other. And I ended up falling for him, and I told him how I felt, and I'm not sure how it ended, but I feel like I scared him away, and he scared me away and stuff like that. And I asked him to move in with me because I was gonna leave my husband for him. I wanted to leave my husband for him. He was a little bit younger than me and stuff. I'm not gonna say no age, but he was a little younger. And honestly, like, I know it sounds like vindictive and everything, but I was just like praying to God, even though like I did not believe in sex before marriage and stuff. Like, I don't like that, even though, you know, I had my days when I was a teenager. But yeah, but anyways, I didn't believe in that. But honestly, like, I just wanted to I wanted him to get me pregnant so I could have like a reason and for him to stick around. Like, I wanted him to, but I don't know. So anyways, he literally ghosted me. We stopped talking the last time we hooked up, and he literally ghosted me. Like, ignored my all social media. I knew where he lived, so I kind of stalked him without him knowing. I mean, not like stalking. I would just drive past his house and see his car, and I'm just like, and it was just very heartbreaking and stuff. And yeah, I fell for him. I was in love with him. I fell for him, and he was just gone. And after that, like, obviously we both went our separate ways and stuff, and I got married to my second husband. But the crazy part is, like, okay, so like my husband's like a stoner, and he smokes weed, and my brothers like smoked weed and everything, and my husband used to like sell it. And they like had mutual friends, like my brother's wife's brother knew him and everything, and like he found out like I was his sister. And I found out about him, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys know Nate, because that's my husband's name. And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's just crazy. But anyways, long story short, we didn't talk for like 10 years. Didn't see each other for over 10 years. But in between those 10 years, we did talk, actually. Like, I think 2 times. I think one time, I talked to him, like, on, I don't know if it was Facebook we talked on, maybe, I think. Or was it MySpace? No. It was, no, it was Instagram. We talked. And it was just more like, hey, hi, what's up? Like, that was it. Like, nothing, like, special, like, nothing. And then, like, I talked to him when I was like in Vegas and stuff, or was it? Yeah, I kind of talked to him when I was in Vegas, because I moved to Vegas with my ex-husband, my second one. Fucking bust. Yeah, that's another long story. But anyways, I moved to Vegas for like a couple of months, and then I came back to Pueblo, and then it just, things were just like so bad with my ex-husband and everything, my second one. And so I got a job like at Pueblo West Walmart. And but before then, like I said, we talked on Instagram, and it was just like, hey, hi, what's up, you know, that's it. Like, nothing, like, didn't exchange numbers, just, you know, just you know, hi, that's it. I mean, then really nothing, you know. And so we did that, and then like I said, I got a job at Pueblo West Walmart, and this is why I think we are soulmates, because so he lived in the West Side, and all of a sudden he gets a job in Pueblo West, and guess where it is? It's called Go Wireless, right across the street from Pueblo West Walmart, and it's freaking crazy. He goes in the day I'm working, and he's at a different register. Like, I'm at one register, and he's like the next one, and I'm like, bagging this, I'm checking out this lady, bagging her groceries and stuff, because I'm a cashier, and I look up, and then I look up again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, is that Nate? And like, there's like this older lady, and I start telling her like pretty much a little bit of history, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that guy, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, you should say hi, blah, blah. And then I'm like staring him down, like literally, like I'm like trying to do my job, and I'm like putting her groceries like in that little cart thingy, whatever, that little merry-go-round thing. And like as I'm putting it in there, like they're not even going in the bag because I'm not paying attention, because I'm looking at him, like I'm like trying to like scope him out to see if like I'm like, is he with somebody? Like I'm trying to look at his fingers, like see if he has a wedding band or something. I don't see nothing. So, and then I'm like staring him down to like, how like if you stare at somebody, maybe like they'll like look up and be like, okay, like someone's staring at me. So I was like trying to get him to like look at me, but he wouldn't. Like he wouldn't. And I was like, what the hell, dude? And then all of a sudden, he goes past my register and we lock eyes. We literally lock eyes. He gives me this big smile and tells me hi. He's like, hi. And then like I just like, and then he leaves, and I was just like, OMG. So I'm living with my mom because like after I got a job from Walmart, I left my ex-husband because that's a long story, but anyways, I left him. So I was living with my mom in Pueblo West, and when I got home, I told my sister, my sissy, that's what we call each other, I told her, I was like, girl, I seen this guy that I used to hook up with. Like, I'm like, I don't know what this means or what it means. Like, I was just like freaking out. And so, I think I let these dry too much. We'll see. But anyways, I went on, so I was on this stupid dating app. Like, don't judge me. Still married, and I went on a dating app. Don't freaking judge me. But anyways, I went on a dating app, and I was like on the Plenty of Fish, but I honestly like I wasn't talking to anybody on there because they're just freaking weirdos. And I was gonna delete it because it was like just annoying. Like I just kept getting my phone blown up with all kinds of notifications with guys like messaging me, and like I wasn't even like paying attention to not one of them. Like once I like seen one of them, I was like, yeah, these guys are creeps. And so like I was about to like delete the app. Delete my account and the app. Like I just didn't want it anymore because like one, I'm like, well, still married, and like I don't, legally I'm still married or whatever, but still like I just like there was nothing but creeps, so I didn't want nothing to do with it. So anyways, I was gonna delete the app, and I went to go clear my notification bar like I do all the time because it freaking was just like all full up. And so I went to go clear it, and all of a sudden I went to go clear it, and I seen his name, Nate, and I'm like, what? So I go into my account, my Plenty of Fish account, and he's on there, and he sends me a message. He's like, hey, he's like, you work at Walmart? He's like, is like, are you Mandy? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I told my sissy, I was like, oh my gosh, it's him. Like, how bait is it? Like that we both freaking work in Pueblo West, and we both were like on freaking Plenty of Fish, and like I immediately I've never lost feelings for him. Like even though getting married again, I never lost feelings for him. And I freaking like message him. I'm like, OMG. I'm like, call me. And I gave him my number like right away. And he called me. And we talked till like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was just like amazing. Like we talked and just talked and talked and talked, and he was single. And I mean, yeah, I was separated, so technically I was single too. But yeah, we just talked, and then we agreed to meet. And on his break, he walked over and oh gosh, hold on. On his break, he walked over and met me. I sat in my car, and at the time, like, he smoked cigarettes and so did I. So we smoked a cigarette together and we hung out, and then like I freaking, or wait, no, like I had a lunch, but like he was still busy. And so I couldn't like get away, or I already had my lunch and I had to go back. So I had a really good, cool supervisor, and he was texting me, and we were like dead and everything. And I was like, hey, I was like, this guy works across the street, and I really, want to. I'm like, I know I just had my lunch, but he's taking a lunch now, and I'm like, can I go take like my last break, even like early? And she's like, okay, go ahead, and like she's cool about it. And so yeah, he met me at my car, and we smoked cigarettes. We smoked a cigarette, and then he walked me to the door and gave me a hug, and he's like, yeah, let's hang out tonight. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, let's drink or something, because I was still a party girl. Stupid. Yeah, I was a party girl. And he's like, okay. And then like I got off of work, and my mom was just like, oh, like, can you take me, it's a Big Lots, blah blah, these places. I was like, okay. And then she took us to Walmart and bought me and my sister like all kinds of like shorts for summer and everything. And then when we got back, I retouched my face and everything and got like ready and stuff. And then all of a sudden, like, I get like, it's way after the time that we were supposed to like meet, and I'm just like, okay, what the heck? And then he I text him, and like no text, and then so like I call him and no answer, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, I think like at 11 o'clock at night, I get a text like, hey, I'm sorry, like I just got home, like I had errands to run, blah blah. He's like, I'm tired, but do you still want to hang out or something like that, or like a rain check or something like that. And I was just like, he stood me up. Like, I was just like so upset, so hurt, because like I was still head over heels in love with this guy still. I mean, okay, maybe I wasn't head over heels, but I still had feelings for him. And I told him, I was like, oh, I can go over it, still. And he's just like, oh, I'm kind of tired, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, can we, do this later? And I was just like, yeah, whatever. And like, I like stopped talking to him. I don't know if it was like for a couple of days, like I didn't talk to him or anything, like we didn't talk or anything. And then all of a sudden, like one morning I was getting ready for work, and I get this text, and he's like, I just want to know, he's like, so are you just done with me? And I'm like, done with you? I'm like thinking like, dude, we never even begun. Like, what do you mean done? I'm like, what do you mean done? And then he said that he went on to like, because I had like a Facebook, and he said that he went on to like my Facebook and like seen guys on there and just didn't like what he's seen and stuff, and just like, oh shit, I gotta do the other, damn it. Anyways, and so I was just like, hey, I was like, I'm not that kind of type. Like, I don't sit there and go to guy or anything like that. Like, those are just like my guy friends, and half of them are just the guys that accepted that I don't even talk to, that they just requested and I don't talk to. So I just accepted to be nice. I was like, but mostly are like my guy friends that I've known for like years, but he still didn't like that. So I was like, okay. I'm like, I literally deleted every guy off my Facebook that wasn't a family member. I mean, if it was my guy cousin or whatever, then that was cool. But any guy that was not my family member, I deleted. And like, we made it official. Like, pretty much that day, like, it was August 8th, 2017. We made it official. And then we went on our first date on the 10th. And we went to McDonald's. And it was a long story, but yeah, we went to McDonald's, and we went to the mall after that, shopped, and then he asked me if I wanted to go over his place, and I said sure, and then we like went to his place and watched a scary movie, and then as soon as I was with him, like all the feelings came back. I was just like, I wasn't fully in love with him because like, I mean, come on, I just like barely like started talking to him again. But I was definitely like, I still loved him. Like I still had that feelings. Like not in love yet, but yeah, I still had that feelings. Like I was just like, all the feelings came back, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're adults. I slept with him on the first night, but it felt right. It felt right because I just, it felt right, and I slept with him, and we just I mean, I still had like guys on my Snapchat and everything, but if they message me, I'm like, hey, like I'm in a serious committed relationship. If you don't like that, then you don't have to be my friend. And then Nate told me, he's just like, hey, I don't like you having guy friends. He's like, I don't have any girlfriends, anything like that. He's like, or I won't. And so I was like, okay. I was like, I get it. I respect you. And like, we're both super jealous and territorial. So I just like completely deleted all the guys and like didn't look back once. And we just stood with each other, like he had to go away to Utah on a business trip for work, and so he left, and he didn't come back till on my birthday, August 18th. He left on my birthday, and but the whole time, like, he's not like a phone guy, but like the whole time he just kind of like seemed shady, and I don't know, I don't know, like I was really falling for him. Even though he was all the way in Utah and I only seen him that one night, I was falling for him. And then even before he went to Utah, after I got off of work, I bought him a Bronco blanket. I bought him Taco Bell. I bought him a traveling kit and everything for his trip and all that. And I sprayed like the blanket with my perfume and stuff like that. And I think I even got him like a stuffed animal or something like that. But yeah, like got him all that, and then but I was just like so in love with him. And before we left, we were like laying down on his bed. Like, I mean, we didn't do anything because we didn't have time. So like I just did until like he had to leave. And so we're laying down on bed, and he was just like, Mandy. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I love you. And I'm like, gosh, like he told me before, he left, to Utah. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I love you too. I mean, we loved each other, but we weren't in love yet, but we loved each other. And I was just like, it was just amazing feeling. And but it just seemed like he was like standoffish while he was in Utah, and he swears up and down that he never did anything. And I believe him. I have no choice but to believe him. I don't think he would do anything like that. But yeah, so that happened. And then I don't know. And then he came back on my birthday, and I wanted to party, and he didn't want to because he's really not like that. So he really got me out of my partying stage. And I ended up spending my birthday night with him, if you know what I mean. And then he took me to Paskey's for my birthday, my favorite restaurant. He took me to Paskey's the next day, and And I pretty much like stood at his house. Like I would barely even be at my mom's house. And then all of a sudden, August 26th, I just told him, I was like, this sucks, like going back and forth. I wasn't like trying to throw hints or anything like that, but I was just like, this sucks going back and forth, like at my mom's, just like, you know, like I almost like wanted to get like an apartment in town. And all of a sudden he texts me and he's just like, pack a big bag, pack a big suitcase and go make yourself a house key. Because like he left me his key when he's at work. He left me his key, and he told me to go pack a big suitcase and go make myself a house key. And I'm like, is this your way of asking me to move in? And he was like, well, what do you think? I was like, I guess so. So that's what I did, and we've been together ever since. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, and I thought like we were not gonna make it, but we've made it, and we're 6 years in, almost 7 years, and I can say like, I mean, within like even before moving in, I fell in love with him. At first I knew I loved him, but I wasn't in love with him yet. But then after just spending more time with him, I was in love with him. Before I moved in, I was in love. And it just keeps growing more and more, and I love him so much, and he's the only guy I've ever loved. That's why I think that like I never loved my first husband or my second husband, because my first husband, I was too young. I was just naive and everything, and just trying to get out of my dad's house. And my second one was just, he was not my type. Like, he was not a guy I would ever go for. Like, he was ugly, and just, I mean, we had stuff in common, but as attraction and physical attraction and all that, he was not my type. Like, he was ugly. He was almost like, it's almost like Jamie off of if you watched Married at First Sight, but a different scenario, because she actually fell for him because he was a good guy. Well, I never fell for him because he was not a good guy. He was an asshole and stuff. So I never got those feelings for him. I just went with the motions. And so yeah, I never loved anybody, and I can honestly 150% say that Nathan David Mays is the love of my life. He is. He's literally the love of my life. And I don't think I could be with anybody else after him. Like, he's the love of my life. That's all I gotta say. He's the love of my life. Like, he's the only guy I've ever loved. I think it's so hard to let go, that's why. I never have to. But alright, well guys, this is my final look of my brows. This is more pointy, but you know, they're not twins, they are sisters. So yeah, this is my final look. I have to get dressed and my tablet's about to die, so I'm going to end this video here, and I will get back to you guys later. I love you guys, God bless, stay safe, and hit that notification bell, because I periodically post videos, but I still post. And so yeah, I love you guys. Bye.